Revenge brought me into the home of billionaire Shane, the same man I believe stole my father's empire and drove him to his death. Today, I resumed work as his new live-in elite driver. I sat behind the wheel, gripping the steering tighter than normal as I waited for him. But the moment he stepped out of his penthouse, my jaw dropped. Tall, broad-shouldered, devastatingly handsome. Nothing like the ruthless monster I had imagined. I instantly composed myself as the car door opened. "Good morning, sir. I'm your newly assigned driver." He frowned, disgust flickering across his face. "A female driver?" "My name is Ella," I added gently, but he ignored me completely, signaling me to drive. The ride was stiff, quiet, yet I could feel his eyes studying me when he thought I wasn't looking. Something about me unsettled him, and I didn't know if that helped my mission or ruined it. When we arrived at the boardroom meeting for a major real estate pitch, I stood behind him like a bodyguard. No one noticed me, until a question came that left Shane speechless. I stepped forward and answered it, clearly, confidently, explaining what the contract offered and why Shane's company was the perfect choice. The entire room was impressed. At the end, Shane won the bid. Because of me. That moment cracked his carefully built walls. For the first time, he really saw me. Not as his driver, but as a woman with a sharp mind and something he didn't expect. A heart. We grew close. Slowly. Naturally. Talking during the late-night rides. Laughing over little things. And despite my mission, I felt myself slipping, falling into something dangerous. Love. But I never forgot why I was here. I stayed close to the head housekeeper, gathering information. She mentioned a forbidden room, Shane's private study, no staff allowed. My instincts burned. Whatever I needed to destroy him was in there. One night Shane fell ill. He asked me to stay in his room, said he didn't want to be alone. I should have refused. But when he lay there, feverish and vulnerable, and looked at me with those tired eyes, "Come closer," he whispered. Then, "Kiss me." I leaned in. The kiss was slow at first, then deep, then uncontrollable. We made love, passionate, intense, breathtaking. But while his heart slept next to mine, my mission woke up. When his breathing softened, I slipped out of bed and hurried into his forbidden study. I had memorized his safe code weeks ago. The safe clicked open, documents, USBS, offshore accounts, enough evidence to put him behind bars forever. I slipped a USB into my pocket and quietly stepped out, only to freeze. Shane stood right in front of me. But this wasn't the gentleman who held me earlier. This was someone else. Cold, ruthless, unblinking. "Ariana Montego," he said quietly. "Top-level agent at the FBI. My real identity. My blood ran cold. He knew. He knew everything. "You came for revenge," he said. "But you were looking at the wrong man. I never stole from your father." "Liar," I screamed, my voice cracking. He stepped closer, pain hiding behind his anger. "Who do you think funded your education or arranged your FBI recommendation?" My heart stopped. "And your father?" he added. "Go ask your mother. She's the one who knows the truth." He turned away but paused at the door. For a moment, "I thought you loved me as much as I loved you." That broke me. I staggered out into the night and went straight to my mother's condo. She opened the door, already crying. She knew why I was there. "Mom, what really happened to Dad?" Her confession destroyed everything I thought I knew. Years ago, she had an affair with my father's associate, Whitmore. He convinced her to steal money from my father and run away with him. She forged documents that framed Shane. But my father discovered the betrayal. When she told him she was pregnant with Whitmore's child, he had a heart attack and died on the spot. Whitmore disappeared with the money, leaving her with nothing but guilt. All these years, the real villain was my own mother. And the man I hated, the man I betrayed, was innocent, and he loved me. I left her apartment without looking back. Then I locked myself in my home for weeks, drowning in heartbreak. I had destroyed the only man who ever truly cared for me. Until one night, a knock. When I opened the door, Shane stood there, looking as broken as I was. We rushed into each other's arms. "I'm sorry," I whispered, "for everything." He held me tight. His lips found mine, and this time it wasn't lust. It was love. Real, soft, earnest. We made love again, but this time without lies, without secrets, without missions. Just us. We promised each other a fresh start, a real one, not as driver and billionaire, not as enemies, not as FBI and suspect, but as two people who almost lost everything because of one terrible lie, and who chose to fight for love, for real this time. Do like, comment, and subscribe.